If you remember from our last episode, we went over my oldest daughter's boyfriend, and that one was entitled, Have You Ever Camped with a Jackass? This is part 2. We went down for my youngest daughter's graduation. She brought along a boyfriend as well. This boyfriend didn't want to sleep in a tent with another man, but he was not going to sleep with my daughter in a tent with me in the tent next to her. No matter if anything happened or not, it's just something that I'm not doing. My brother Solo, he wasn't having it either. We'll get to Solo on one of these episodes, but he's in this one. So Solo and I, we got the drinks together. I think Solo burned like 10 bundles of wood that night, drinking and eating brats, and he had this shrimp cocktail, and we got it from Walmart. It was frozen. Where are you gonna keep this? You're gonna get sick. He didn't get sick, but we always have a good time. Anyway, him and I are camping. The second boyfriend, my youngest daughter's boyfriend, he gets there, and we asked, what did they bring? I had sent my daughters sleeping bags and the other things that they needed, and they had some from the last camping trip. But now we have to get this little knucklehead some camping gear. So, what do you do when you need camping gear? You're at this KOA, you go to Walmart, right? So we go to Walmart, we're picking out things that she might like or need, because this is my trip down there, so I try to spoil them. I talk to them on the phone, but I try to spoil them. So, hey baby, whatever you want, grab it. Pop's got it. She grabs her stuff. He doesn't get anything. As a matter of fact, he's pouting in Walmart like he's 3 because he can't stay in the same tent with my daughter. And no, already told you what was going to happen. It won't end well for you, if I catch you in this tent. So he's pouting. We finish up our shopping, head outside. And he could have caused us a very bad trip because this little jackass decided that he was going to steal stuff. So he stole a Red Bull and something else. I said, I told you get whatever you want. Why are you stealing? And I'm out of state. I don't know anybody here. So if I go into the system because of you and I lose my job, not only that, I don't know anyone here. So I have to survive in there without knowing anyone. Here in Ohio, I know people. People know me. I don't want to go into the system. Let's get that straight. But if I do, I don't want to go in South Carolina. Do not want to happen over this little knucklehead stealing stuff. So that was the first thing. That pissed me off beyond belief. How you go somewhere, somebody's telling you they're going to buy you something, and you decide that, you'd rather steal it to get everyone in trouble. We get back to the campsite. I'm blessing him out. He understands now. And we continue with the night. We divvy up the chores. He says he's a chef. Okay. Cool. You're going to make, I'll make breakfast. I think he had lunch and dinner or something. Do you want to show off for your girl? Make lunch and dinner then. Let's see what you got. What do you need? I'll make the list and I'm going to the store. Me and Uncle Solo, we going to the store. You not coming with us. So we get what he needs. Come back. We had a really good time. We had some drinks. I made the dinner that night, and it was great. He still didn't want to sleep in this tent. What he ended up doing was, my daughter had an SUV, and South Carolina is hot. If you've never been there, it's hot. I like it. But he decided he wanted to sleep in her SUV with a sleeping bag, and the windows rolled up with one cracked this much. He's a very intellectual guy. I'm glad he's gone. I cannot lie. He was very challenging to my mental state and my soul. But I digress. It ended up that he showed so much of his ass that we woke up, he's yawning, and it's the middle of the day. Andrew came out. Their mom came out. Everybody's talking. Where it's time for him to shine. It's time for him to make dinner. I think we were having sausage and potatoes or something he had created, right? It was decent. It was good. While he's cooking this meal, they're talking. And my daughter says, thinking about going to school back in Ohio. He says, well, where does that leave me? She said, probably here. They went back and forth. Me and Solo tried not to listen. I think Andrew and their mother left. We were like, oh, we don't gonna let you guys have some private time. Turns out there was no private time. She broke up with him right there in the South Carolina heat in the middle of the day. Lord Jesus, why did she do that? So I didn't know that this stuff existed, but I guess there's this emo rap. This little dude started playing emo rap. Funniest thing I've ever heard. And he had to get up the next morning and make breakfast. So 85 degrees, he slept in that truck. He gets up, they're still broken up, and he has to make breakfast. It ain't going down like that, player. You got to make breakfast. So he's playing this emo rap while we're looking at him, and he's making breakfast. I ain't never broke up with nobody at a campground or saw somebody get broken up with in front of the other person's family, and you still have to stay. Ooh, that's some hard stuff. But like I said, he was a jackass. With that, I'm headed down to another game. Sorry for coughing. I gotta get some liquid in me. Headed down to another field hockey game. Gonna have a short about it. I don't know. I'm gonna take a few pictures this time, put up a short about it. I love field hockey. And with that, don't be a jackass. When you go camping somewhere, don't steal from stores. Don't steal from people. Act like you got some sense. Big Uncle, talk to you soon.